I welcome you to this training. In this training, I'll be showing you how to create detailing in Revit. At the end of this video, you'll be able to learn and create something like this. You'll be able to learn how to detail your work in Revit without using AutoCAD at all. Without further ado, let's get started. In creating your detailing, the first thing you will need is you will need to use a lot of annotate elements, and of course you must have created your section, because most of our detailing are call out from section. In case you have not yet learned how to produce section in Revit, I will leave the link in the description of this video where you will learn how to produce section in Revit. It is after your section you can now go ahead to produce your detailing. I am in section now. The first thing I will do is I will save this project first. I will click file, save as, and I will save it in this folder, how to create detailing in Revit. Option, the backup is 1, and I'll hit save. The next thing is I am going to grab my callouts. To get your callout, go to view and click on this drop down. I normally use this rectangle and simply draw. You can draw from any corner, okay, and just pick from the area you want to pick and select it. Then you can now drag this out. So you can drag this one out to this side. Depends on the side your detailing is. Okay, you can get this one up a little. All right, now if you look at your section now on your project browser, you see a call out of section AA has been created. So I can now right click on this and rename it to the kind of detailing I want to create. I will rename it as roof if details. Okay, I click empty space. Now if I double click on it now, you see it is simply empty with a roof showing and other modeling elements showing. So what I will do now is I will go to my section AA and copy the annotate element and paste it there. Okay, in the video where I showed you guys how to produce section in Revit, I discussed about annotate elements and model elements. We have two types of elements in Revit: annotate element and modeling element. So I am going to select everything, and if I hold it like this, I select everything, and of course you know that everything my cursor, my selection box touches is selected, but I'm going to filter out some things. The first thing is I don't want to select this one, so I hold my shift to filter it out. Okay, then I'm going to click on filter here, and I am going to uncheck any of the modeling elements. Casework is a modeling element, and grid, I don't want to select grid. I don't want to select levels. I don't want to select roof. I don't want to select walls. I don't want to select windows. So all the remaining ones, text note, lines, they are all annotate element. Okay, so we are good to go. So I'm going to click apply now and click OK. Then you can see all the things I've selected now are annotate elements. Okay, so they are those things that I use in my sections, the field region and all the lines and the text and the dimension. So I'm going to copy them now. I will go to copy to clipboard. Can you see? You must be on modify to be able to get it. So I hit copy. Okay, and make sure paste is active before you. If paste is not active, it means you have not yet copied it correctly. So I'm going to go to that callout, which I have already renamed to roof if detail. I'm going to double click, and here I am, and I'm coming to paste it here. So I will go to modify tab. I'll go to modify tab, and I'm going to go to paste. When you go to paste, you see a drop down. Click on this drop down. Don't just click on paste, click on the drop down, and you will see so many options. Some are graded out. I will go to align to same place. So I click align to same place, and boom, you can see it has pasted it in this callout. Can you see? It has pasted everything I copied from my section to this callout. Okay, so let me remove this dimension for now, and that is it. That is our detailing. Okay, but we can make it better. We can bring out some things. Okay, we can add some things that will make it more detailed. Okay, so I am going to go to thin line and activate it. I want to create a kind of finishes around here that shows that it is a finish. So what I will use to do that is field region, and I have a shortcut for field region, which is ROEG. That is my own shortcut for field region. Okay, so I'm going to edit and duplicate. I'll call it finishes. Click OK, and the fill pattern, I will leave it empty. I will click on this place and select solid. Select solid and click OK. Then the color, the fill pattern, the foreground pattern color, I will select white because I don't want it to have any pattern. Then the background should be white, and that is okay. And the line that I will use, the line will be, let me use thin line. I will use thin line. Let me look for thin line. Let me look for thin line. Okay, this is thin line. Select that thin line, and I'm going to pick all this. So I'm going to pick all this line, all the external line, and I am going to clean them up first. Remember, this is detailing. You need to be careful of what you are doing. You need to attend to every detail. So I'm going to make sure I clean them up properly. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is I will set them. I will set it by 16. Let me offset it by 16, and of course copy is checked. So okay, so this will look like is a finish. Then I'm going to grab line, so that I close this one up. Then I'm going to use trim, and make sure I clean them up properly. So just take your time and do it well. Okay, so I'm going to trim them now. Once you know how to use annotate line correctly, creating details will not be difficult for you. Make sure the lines are correctly looped and you don't have double line on top of each other. If you have two lines overlapping each other, it will not work. Okay, it has to be a single line, because this is field region. So let me finish and see. Okay, so I have finished that, but I still need to, okay, you can see this is looking like a finishes. Then I'm going to edit it further, edit, and make sure these lines that are within are thick line. Let's use wide line, and let's activate our thin line. It's too thick. Let's use medium line. Let's use medium line. This is medium line, and we can match property. This is, where's my match property? Okay, this is match property, and match this, match this, match this, match this. All those ones that are external, that are internal, should look like thick lines. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, what is this line? This one is looking thicker. Okay, it's like these other ones are not yet matched. So let me use match again. You just need to take your time and do it correctly, because this is detailing. Okay, that is it. Then I'm going to finish it now. If I click this point now, it will bring out this for me to finish it. Oh yeah, so that is it, right? Then the next thing is I need to add dimension. Add dimension to it. And of course, adding your dimension shouldn't be difficult, but let me show you how you can do that. So I'm going to pick dimension, and if I need to activate thin line so that I can see what I am doing, assuming I start from somewhere here, let me start like this, and I'll place my dimension here, place another one here, and I'll place another one here. Now you see the dimension are overlapping each other, means I need to work on the dimension. So I'll select the dimension, I will click edit. I think there is I should have a detailed dimension. I have a detailed dimension. Let me check. Okay, you can see this is a detailed dimension, detailed dim. I see that. I select that one now. That one will be okay. That one is bigger. Okay, it's bigger. Let me work on the scale. I will need to place it on sheet first to see how it's going to be on my sheet. Let's place it on sheet. I right click on it, new sheet, and I'll select that particular client's own, this one, and I'll click OK. Then I'll rename it, give it roof if details. Roof if details. Let me make this small letter. Click OK. Then I'm going to go to that section and drag this one on top of it. Okay. Then I'm going to click empty space, drag only this one out. Okay, if I like, I can leave this one in. Okay, now you see it doesn't fit into the panel. Okay, let me right click on it and go to activate view. So I'm going to hide this, all the level. I'm going to hide all this level. I will hide them. EH for hide. Okay, and this one also, I don't need it. I'm going to hide it too. All right, now the next thing is I want it to, let me also hide this green line EH. I want it to fill the panel. So to do that, I need to reduce the scale to something like 20, and let me right click on it, deactivate view, and drag it on top of the panel. Okay, now it fits into the panel well. Fit into the panel. I can even go into it and can shrink this one a little bit if I want. Okay, then I can go out of the callouts using my shortcut. My shortcut, by the way, is TA, as deactivate view. If you right click on it, you see activate view. I am inside it. If I right click on it, I click deactivate view, I am out of it. Okay, then let me click empty space, click this one, drag this one on top of your panel. Okay, now I can work on it here. For me to be able to work on it now, it is either I activate view or I go here, double click on it and work on it here. So you see these dimensions are overlapping. I can grab this one and move it out. Okay, then I can now select this, edit, and like that. Okay, the dimension is clearer now. Then I can select the same dimension, create similar, pick a line from here to the final point of the concrete fascia. I will also pick, I don't want to pick this one, I want to pick this, then I will drop it here. Then let me do that of the horizontal or the vertical. Let me do the vertical dimension. Pick this, pick this, Then I'm going to go out a little bit. Now you see that they are overlapping each other. I can drag some of them out so that they will not overlap each other. Okay, and this is okay now. Then for me to take the overall, I'll pick the dimension again from this to this, bring that out. Okay, and that is it. Then if I go to the sheet now where I have roof if detail, this is it here. Okay, this is it here. That one is the old one, the one I did in the project. So I'm going to move this one up a little bit. So that is how you can create your detail in Revit. Now, assuming I want to label some of these things, if I want to label them, I need to deactivate view so that I can work inside the view. I can right click on it. If I right click, it's not activate. Right click, then activate view. Then I can go to text, then select this particular one. I'll select this one. I can click here and give it a name like online. Okay, you can detail it if you can see the text is too tiny. Text is too tiny. Let me see if I have text for detailing. Did I create text? Okay, I created text for detailing. This is it here. Okay, and if you see the text for detailing now, you see it is a little bit bigger than other text. Can you see the text size is bigger? Because by the time you increase the scale of the detail, the dimension, the text will look smaller. So you need to work on it. In other words, the text I'm using for my detailing is different from the text I'm using for my regular labeling, right? So I'm going to select more. I'll create similar again. Let me add more detail to this. You can say 75 mm by 50 mm per line. Let me stretch this, and I can drag this one out a little bit like this. I need to give this one a space. Okay, let me select this one now, create similar, and I pick this, and give it a name, 150 by 50 mm rafter. Click empty space. Then you can now select it and drag it to where you want, and make sure it's within this box. And select this one also, create similar. Then you have, just take your time and label them correctly. This is reinforced concrete, fascia. Click empty space and press your escape. So you can take your time to label it correctly. Label all the things you need to label, and that is it. So if you are done labeling whatever you want to label, you can right click and deactivate view, or alternatively you can use shortcut. The shortcut I normally use is DA. Okay, I have taught you guys how to create shortcut in Revit, so you can create shortcut for your activate and deactivate view. Okay, so we'll not deal with that one now. The next thing I want now is I want a line that goes around it, that follow this part, because if I convert this one to PDF, this line will not show. So I'm going to create another line, and of course I'm selecting this furniture line, and that line will not, the line will be within, just somewhere like this. Okay, so that is it. Now if you convert it to PDF, now you see this line will just be one line. This one is not going to come out in your PDF. I'm sure you have gained a lot in this training. If you have benefited anything from this training, ensure you give me a video testimonial. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.